Hey guys, Bartel's Bookshelf here, and I'm finally back from my San Mateo trip. Okay, well, technically I got back on Friday, but I had to edit the video and all that stuff. But yeah, for those of you who don't know, I went on a trip last week to Foster City because Aaron is doing a job up there. He's been doing a job up there since January, and he'll be up there till April or May. And I was getting pretty lonely down here all by myself, so I took some time off work and I went and spent the week with him, and I had a great time. And while I was there, I filmed this little vlog to kind of show you guys what I got up to. I hope you guys enjoy. I haven't really done anything like this before, but here it is. When we left on Sunday, I realized that this was probably the worst time to have come here because, as you can see, it was raining really, really hard, and it didn't get any better as we got further out onto the road. It was quite gray and muggy and a little bit windy, but it wasn't all bad. Once the rain let up, we did see some lovely sights, like this wonderful green field. We saw this beautiful rainbow once the rain let up a little bit. We saw these rolling green fields with wind turbines. And speaking of wind turbines... Yeah, it was just a tiny little bit windy and rainy that day, but, no biggie. And nobody told me that the bridge into San Mateo was actually the entrance into Silent Hill. Thankfully, we made it safely to our hotel, and it was actually pretty nice, although it was surrounded on both sides by lots of buildings, lots of tech buildings, visa buildings, that kind of thing. Obviously, San Mateo is a big tech area, lots of workers coming and going, lots of traffic, but overall, it was pretty nice. I gallantly made my way to our hotel room, opened the door, and inspected where we would be sleeping for the next few days. And yeah, our hotel room was pretty nice. It was a little small and cramped, especially for two people, but, it had all the basic essentials that we needed to have a good time. Once we were settled in, we went for a little walk. Here's that Visa building I talked about. And we found this nice little fountain that we took this little picture at, and that was basically all we did for the night. On Monday, I got up bright and early, although not as early as Aaron, admired the fountain now that I could see it better in the daylight, and decided to go for a walk down to the Target, which Aaron and I went to last night, but I didn't get any footage. But yeah, I walked all the way down to the Target. It was about a 15-minute walk. I had to cross a freeway, and had a look around. Of course, the main reason I wanted to walk down here were for the books. Target actually had quite an extensive book section, which surprised me, although I haven't been to Target in a while. But yeah, they had all kinds of bestsellers and romance and fantasy and stuff. The main thing that surprised me was they had a book talk section, several book talk sections actually, which was a little weird for me. It's always a bit strange seeing something that you know of mostly on the internet leak into real life. It's like seeing your teacher outside of school. And biographies, poetry, journals, cookbooks, well-being type stuff, a little bit of everything. And of course a little young adult section. I ended up coming away with this Nightmare Before Christmas sequel, which I mentioned, and I decided to reward myself with a little snack at Starbucks. Once Aaron got back from work, we went to this chicken place called Starbird, which was actually really good. It's sort of a fried chicken fused with Vietnamese cuisine. They had like banh mi fries and things like that. I just had some chicken tenders, which were delicious. And then we went for a walk. I saw this interesting-looking fountain. And I spent the rest of the evening watching TV, and I saw Cody Rhodes kick Shinsuke Nakamura's ass. Tuesday opened with another day of walking. I decided to walk down to get some Panera bread for breakfast. I didn't think to film the inside, mostly because I was just focused on eating, but I did get this picture of what I had for breakfast. I had some oatmeal and a nice cup of coffee, which was slightly sullied by two old boomers sitting behind me complaining about stuff, but other than that, it was pretty good. And then I remembered yesterday looking up and seeing that there was a library nearby, not that far from me, so I decided to walk to it, and I'm glad I did, because as you can see, compared to yesterday where it rained like hell, it was a beautiful day today, so I'm really glad I decided to make this walk. And so yeah, I made my way to the library, and it was pretty nice. Again, this whole neighborhood was surprisingly really, really nice, really well put together, very clean, very expansive. And this library especially was huge. As you can see, just walking among the stacks here. They had a huge selection, lots of stuff, you can see the children's and YA section back there. And it was nice to just sit down and read, which is what I did. I sat down and read some more of my Nightmare Before Christmas book and just soaked in the bookish atmosphere. And here you go, you can see some more of the library here, just get a sense of how nice it was. And they even had a little sewing circle there, which surprised me. So yeah, this library has a bit of everything. And then on the way back, I remembered seeing this Crumble Cookies place, which looked really good, and I'd never been in there before, so I decided to go get some cookies. And oh my god, I am so glad I did. I got a 4-pack. You can see here, I got some red velvets and chocolate chunk, a peppermint one, and a lemon glazed. And yeah, these were amazing and very, very bad for me, so I only ate half of one. But even that had an effect on me, as you can see. These are so good. Then for dinner that evening, Aaron and I went to this place called Mod Pizza, which is sort of a, make your own personal pizza kind of thing. And again, it was really, really nice. They had a big old pizza oven in there. It was freshly made, really crunchy on the bottom. Really, really satisfied with it. And then we decided to look around a bit at the local Petco, or PetSmart. I can't remember which one it was. And there were lots of cuties, including...
Oh, look at this little fella!
And look at these little fellas. Oh, little hairless guineas. Aren't they adorable? So yeah, we enjoyed that, and that was how we spent our evening. Wednesday was fully packed with adventure. Okay, well, we did go to this barbecue place nearby called Armadillo Willie's that Aaron told me about. And wow, this was amazing. It was a Texas-themed barbecue, all kinds of food, big portions. Aaron got some brisket with fries and a salad. I was a little bit less healthy. I got some pulled pork with some barbecue sauce, some tater tots, and some beans. Either way, it was delicious. And look at this little guy, Armadillo Willie. Isn't he adorable? I love that he's just an armadillo with 4 cowboy boots. It's not even an anthropomorphic armadillo. And then we went back to Target, and I spent some time, looking for important things to buy, browsing the selection. Thursday was a really big day. That was when we all got together and we went down to this big shopping mall / shopping center thing. Took up basically an entire block. I mean, it was gigantic. Even just the mall alone was pretty decent sized. I mean, you can see the directory here. Just absolutely massive. But this was a big surprise. Didn't expect to see a shop like this here. This is an anime-styled shop called Sekaido. It's literally an anime shop with these big anime statues of Midoriya and Naruto in front of them. Pretty crazy to see. You don't normally see stuff like this in a mall unless it's like Hot Topic or something. Unfortunately, the inside of the store was fairly disappointing. It was mostly memorabilia, like action figures, wall scrolls, shirts, that kind of thing. I was expecting more DVDs, maybe. And lots of wall scrolls and lots of Funko Pops, so if you want any of that stuff, these are your people. And this one here is just for you, Nakia. There were also these very interesting stylized sculptures by this Italian-American guy named Beniamino Bufano. As I said, very hyper-stylized representations of animals, and apparently this guy was quite well known across the Bay Area. He died in 1970, but these were pretty interesting. And of course, as a lover of art, Aaron found them very interesting too. More! More! Punch him in the back of the God. And in case you didn't believe me about the sheer size of this place, there was this entire back area after the main mall and the food court that was entirely restaurants and all kinds of places with this big garden in the middle of it. It was absolutely huge. And then we went to the only place I cared about, the only reason I even took this trip in the first place. Yes, that's right, Barnes & Noble. Of course, the only reason to get me out of the house is because there's a bookstore nearby, right? Once again, this place was absolutely massive. It was 2 stories. The only comparable Barnes & Noble that I've ever been to that was like this was one in Reno, and this was about on par with that. I mean, just incredible. Don't worry, Aaron wasn't bored. Then, after the mall, we went to California Fish Grill. I had some grilled tilapia with some Cajun sauce. It was quite nice. And then we made our way back through our creepy liminal space of a hall back to our hotel room. Aaron and I enjoyed some perfectly legal substances. And then we had a crazy night.
Absolutely, when it's delicious food and they come in, they see our food steaming on the line, they see our chicken glistening, our fajita sizzling, it's nasty.
And finally, Friday was our last day. It was time for us to pack our bags and say goodbye to this room that we'd been staying in for the last 6 days, and finally drive home. Wow, that's a big sky. So yeah, there you go. That's what I got up to in Foster City. I hope you guys enjoyed that. There might be some follow-ups to this vlog because I got all my work stuff set up on my laptop, so now I'm able to actually work out of away from home. So hopefully, I'm going to plan to go up there every alternating week probably, and work and spend some time with Aaron, so I'm not quite so lonely down here. So yeah, if I do anything interesting, I'll be sure to film it and do a little follow-up vlog for you guys. I was going to clip a little review for that Nightmare Before Christmas book at the end of this, since I spent most of the week reading it, but I still haven't finished it. I'm hitting a little bit of a slump, I think. But once I finish it, I'm going to film a review and then upload that separately, so I hope you guys look forward to that. But until next time, I'll see you guys later. Bye!